Chainsaw Me podcast. I'm Cordell,
I'm Daniel.
and we are best friends and we like to make weird paper nations together. Anyways, today we are going to be looking at our very own film, our short film called Haunted House Chapter 2. And basically we're going to be talking about like the directing, the writing, and like all of that stuff that you would usually make in a horror movie or any type of movie you would want to do. So anyways, let's get to the directing. It didn't take very long to direct. I mean, it only took us like 2 days to like make that entire short film, which is kind of weird, but we got through it. And he starred as Keyface, the amazing character, and we like announced the characters like what they did and stuff, and explain it to us about more about Keyface.
I was thinking about like doing a fan voice, making like even more.
Yeah,
creepy.
like the echoing,
like from a fan, but since we didn't have a fan, so I just used a whisper voice.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool um thing to do. And so the writing, we actually never did a script. Like, this wasn't scripted. Like, that's why it was just coming like off the top, which is like, I know what you guys are thinking, why the heck would you make a movie about that or like that? It has to be scripted. Well, no, it does not in the Cordell universe. Anyways, the writing was nothing scripted. It was just right off the top, like I said before. And Keyface, he's like this demon. Or let me just talk about the summary. So it's about this man named Falcon Passo. He goes into this house, and this is the sequel to the haunted house, the original film. This is a sequel to that one, and it's about this guy who moves into that haunted house. And it's about this guy who moves into this haunted house, and there's the haunted house. There's a demon in there named Keyface, and everything's just going bad. And you may be thinking, why the heck did he not move out of that haunted house? Here's the thing: he put like literally all his money on that house, so that's why he didn't move and stuff like that. And before that even happens, things have been going good. And but before all that can happen, this is where we get into the creepy demon stuff. As you could see like the Rose demon, aka the Keyface demon. You could see him creeping up in the window for a very unfortunate effect, but we actually made it good. And it was a pretty good a little jump scare that I thought would have been really necessary for that film. But that's not only that. We got Falcon sitting there trying to reach the demons, which is literally something you should never do in a horror movie if like something bad is happening. And but not only that, we got different things like stuff like that, and different people like trying to help Falcon and not really working out. You know what I mean? And let's get to like the. What should we discuss? There's so much to discuss about this movie. And then after all that, then when he's sleeping at night, and that's when Keyface pops up, and he's just like, hey, what's up? And then that all happened. And then the ending, this is when Daniel, aka Keyface, this is when he just straight up kills the movie, like, as that character. He's So all of a sudden, he goes up to the attic, he gets stuck in like a floor, like the floor broken, like underneath him. Then Keyface opens the door, and then next thing you know, the protagonist character, he just feels this happening on his body, and he's just like, ah, and it just starts killing him. And tell us how you felt about that scene.
I kind of liked it.
I mean, it must have been pretty hard for you to like shoot that, because like I don't know, like so much was probably happening on your mind then. Tell me what you were thinking about.
I just think about what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And because when you make a film, it's gonna take you days. It's like, no joke. Like, if you're making like an actual real horror movie or action movie or drama movie or any type of movie, it will take you months, literally months. if you don't take your time on the directing the characters and like the protagonist characters and like all that directing and that writing and that script and that all that hard acting, that's not a movie. That movie is gonna come out trash. I'm being straight up with you, cause I actually been on a film directing before. Actually, yeah, and it was a pretty fun time to me. It was stressful. It was stressful making Haunted House, and later on I eventually made Haunted House Chapter 3, where we move into a family, and this family moves into this house, and they experience the terrors. It's like this man and his wife and his son. They all go to this house, and then their son, he eventually gets kidnapped by this demon, and his dad has to go into like this place, like it's like the dark side of the house. He gets transported there by some magic, and gets transported by that house. And I'm pretty sure you all seen the hold up, let me move the camera a little bit so you can see both of us. I'm pretty sure you're seeing all the trailer for the new Haunted House coming out. That's gonna be coming out pretty soon, and I don't know when, but I'm gonna try to squeeze it in like this week, cause yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be Haunted House Chapter 3, and yeah, it should be good. I mean to be honest, the Haunted House, I'm in Chapter 4, not Chapter 3. You already did Chapter 3, and to be honest, I feel like it's gonna be really good. I feel like it's gonna be most of a train wreck. If you wanna help me out on the Haunted House Chapter 4, we can do that. If you would like that. Yeah, basically that's pretty much what Haunted House really is. It's like a strong film that's meant to be for you to like root for this guy. Like get out of here. Like it's like a strong like suggestive film, and yeah, and like a really strong film, and you don't really expect nothing much to come out of it. You expect it to be trash, but if you look at it from my view, it's gonna be really good. See, this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a film from. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's supposed to be a film from Insidious, Rose Red, and a bunch of other horror haunted house movies that changed the horror genre. So it's a pretty good film if you combine all those three together, and demons and all that good stuff that happens in this film, and it's a pretty good film. I mean you could even tell them yourself that it was hard filming this movie because like all the camera errors and stuff. I'm still thinking, why the heck did we not edit that out? So tell us more about Haunted House, and what did you think of it?
I liked it, but it's kind of hard trying to think of a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, cause like I said before, we didn't script it, so we were trying to just like come off the entire movie like right off the top. Like there's this one unfortunate scene where Falcon is sleeping like many nights. He does this. Actually, I'm going back to the last Haunted House film where did you see that one?
The first one or the third?
The first one.
Yeah, I saw the first one.
If you remember the guy, what was his name? Nova? Yeah, Nova. Yeah. Nova, he tries to set up a camera to see if any paranormal things happen, like that paranormal activity stuff. He tries to set up like that camera to see if anything happens. Turns out something does happen, but there's a ghost. The tiger face demon doesn't show up like right off the top. And if you guys are wondering like what's gonna be the next demon, I really don't know. It's probably gonna be something cool. I mean, we're probably gonna start working on it like tonight. We're probably gonna start trying to do Haunted House Chapter 4, the last chapter tonight, if we could squeeze it in a little bit. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much Haunted House Chapter 2. I mean, it's a good film if you like horror, suspense, like those types of movies. And like the directing, it wasn't hard. I mean, it was hard. It took days for us to shoot that, like having to put my phone on the charger, having to keep watch over it every night, and it was pretty good. I mean, I hope you guys like it as much as I do, because that film was hard to shoot. Not even gonna lie, but yeah, Haunted House Chapter 3. It pretty much that I should have put this. I should have put both of the main protagonists from Haunted House Chapter 2 and Haunted House Chapter 1. Those are like the silly Haunted House films. Chapter 3 of Haunted House is serious because it experienced like any parent's worst nightmare, losing their child. If like their child dies or if like their child goes missing, that's any parent's worst nightmare. So we tried to try to do something like that, and it was pretty good, you know. It was the review. We watched it after like we made it, and we thought this movie isn't gonna be that good, but it turned out really good, and yeah, pretty much everything that happened in that movie is like right off the top, like nothing else happens, like you know, like things like that, and that happens, and like everything else that happened in that movie is pretty much silly, except well, when he dies, because he gets shredded apart. But yeah, the deaths of that movie is pretty good. I mean, it was kind of quiet. It's like a quiet film, unless if you don't hear the TV in the background. But yeah, Haunted House Chapter 3 is probably the most serious out of all of them, because you know, like I said before, it focuses on any parent's worst nightmare, losing their child. That's what it pretty much focuses on. As the kid, Cage, I believe it's what his name, Cage. He after at night he was sleeping in his bed, a demon kidnapped him, and the next morning he can't find the parents, they can't find him anywhere. So yeah, that's pretty much what Haunted House Chapter 3 is pretty much about. But yeah, the audio commentary of what that's gonna be, I don't know what that's gonna be, but it's probably gonna be really good. But not only that, we're gonna go into the deleted scenes. There was a bunch of deleted scenes that we didn't get to squeeze in. Most of it, it is pretty embarrassing. Most of it was because we forgot to press start when we paused it. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that one deleted scene? You remember that one deleted scene where this is pretty much the most important part of the movie. So this is one deleted scene. It was like 12 minutes long. You remember it?
Yeah.
It pretty much explained it to us.
I don't really remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure I don't remember this. Okay, so our protagonist goes upstairs to the attic. He finds these pictures of the events from the last movie, of what happened to what had happened, and I guess the demon from the last movie, the last film, like left that house. He never did that ever again, and pretty much what happened. It shows like the events of what happened out there, and yeah, that's pretty much what happened to Nova when he got killed and slaughtered. And now that's pretty much that first deleted scene. Now let's talk about the alertinated ending. You remember that? You remember that? Where he goes, you don't remember that? So here's what happens in the alertinated ending. So Falcon Presto finally decides. This is the twist ending. I should have put this in instead of him getting killed. Falcon Presto finally decides to die. To move to another house. So he walks outside. He leaves that house. He finds a house with paper covered on it. He goes in that house and he finds out that all the paper rips off and it reveals to be that haunted house. Like all the sheets come off, all the paper comes off, and now he can't even leave the house. And then the movie ends with the credits. That was a good alternate ending. I'm sorry if I've been pronouncing it wrong my entire life, but that was a good alternate ending that I should have put in, but I don't know why I never put it in. It's a good alternate ending, and if you don't like it, then you suck. Yeah,
Say that.
Yeah, but if you don't like it, then well, to be
their opinion.
Yeah, but pretty much I thought it was a good ending, and the alternate ending is supposed to be special. You remember it?
No.
You don't remember it? You don't remember because you remember where he goes into the house. Oh yeah, I know why you didn't remember, because you
I never did it.
Yeah, we did.
I never saw it.
You never saw it? Because yeah, all the sheets come off, and he wasn't a part of it. I don't remember why, but yeah, the deleted scenes is pretty much all that what it really was, and yeah, the deleted scenes was the pretty much the highlight of this film for anybody, for me especially, because the highlights of that film was pretty good, and oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you remember the alternate ending now.
I think I'm starting to remember it.
Yeah, because like the sheets fell off. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good ending. I'm pretty sure Daniel, he's the one, because what happened was there was a string, and then Daniel, I gave him a signal. It was like, remember that? I gave you a signal, and you pulled the string, and all the sheets just went flying. And that turned out to be the haunted house that he went to, and yeah, pretty much a good thing. Yeah, every scene is special in its own way, and yeah, if you don't know what it's called, you can look it up. You can look it up on YouTube by Chainsawed Me, Haunted House Chapter 2. Look that up on YouTube. You should find something with paper. Now let's talk about the unique things about it. Paper. Doing it with paper. Like us, like making these, cutting out these paper characters, drawing them, cutting out these paper characters, and like paper, like snipping it out, cutting it out, and drawing these characters. Nobody's ever done that, unless if you've seen South Park. But other than that, nobody else like have done like papermation. Is the thing I like to call it, papermation. And yeah, it's pretty good. A pretty good technique if you don't have any toys. Just draw something with paper, like paper characters, and like if you don't have toys, it's gonna be very delicate. So you gotta be delicate. That's why I told him, even though you do see a character get ripped apart, yeah, that was actually supposed to happen. You could tape it together. But we never did eventually do that. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And that's it for our Haunted House podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And like that like button and punch it. And like I said before, this Haunted House thing is very unique. And if you like it, then I really hope you like it, because it took days, freaking days, to make this movie and the latest scenes. I really wish we never forgot to push that record button. And yeah, the ending was so good. Like yeah, it was pretty good actually. And
also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Space Gamer.
Yeah, subscribe to Daniel's channel, Space Gamer.
I make gaming videos.
He makes gaming videos every single day. Well, not every day, but yeah.
When I feel like it, basically.
Yeah, and he's pretty good at it. I make weird paper mations together. We make weird paper mations together sometimes. And it's really weird, and it might even end up on that Dark Side of YouTube playlist. But anyways, if you like it, like subscribe. Do not report us though, cause like I said, please do not report that video. Watch it. Like I said before, Chainsawed Me, Haunted House Chapter 2 video. Search it up on YouTube. You will find it, and it will be under the name Chainsawed Me. If you find it, watch it. It's great. It's dumb. It's great and dumb at the same time. But you will like it. I promise you. You will think it's cool.
Bro.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, if you watch it, it's pretty good with paper and stuff. And if you like it, then I would be very happy if you like put a comment on it. Subscribe to my channel and subscribe to his channel. We worked very hard on it. Just like we said before, the directing and the writing and like the scripts didn't really happen, but it's a pretty good film for like if a kid watched like these haunted house movies, then you would pretty much like it. But if you don't, then that's fine. But just don't leave hate comments or death comments to my mother or anybody else that's part of my family. But or to his videos. His videos are cool too. Don't leave death comments and hate comments on his video either, because that's really gonna cut us deep, man. And that's literally gonna cut us deep. And we tried our best to make this video our podcast episode. This is gonna be our first podcast episode. We're gonna do a lot of different podcast episodes. I think you're gonna pretty much enjoy them. But anyways, bye guys.